Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Wednesday night. Hey, Kristen. Thanks for the lurk. Appreciate it. So I want to finish this girl so badly, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So that's that. I want to go over some cool stuff. For those of you that don't know, I am a creature creator, and I have finished off my paint set from them. I had like 20 paints. I finally got the remaining paints. And I want to go through them with you. If you haven't seen their paints, they're pretty awesome. Alright, we got some cool blues. I have the complete set now. I'm so excited. And I have... Okay. We got sky blue, faded ultramarine, dark gray blue, and blue. Nothing's better than just getting a color called blue. And then we've got coal black, dark warm gray, which is one I've wanted for a while, and then bright warm gray. These were out when I initially ordered them. So, and then one more bag just to go through real quick. I don't have any space for these paints. They don't fit in my regular holders. I gotta figure out a new solution out. We got golden brown, I think. Yeah, a few. I ordered a few extras, it looks like. Well, the extras that I ordered will go to my giveaway, I guess. Copper. Camo green is an extra that I have. I think I've got 3 extras. And then bright ivory. Light bronze. And light umber. So that's that. Hi Mom, how's it going? Sorry, I missed your chat. I didn't have it up for a moment. So hopefully we can incorporate some of those new colors that I just got. Complete my creature caster set. There's 3 extras, which I will include in my giveaway. I double ordered. Wasted. Get rid of all this junk here. Right. Get out my palette paper and we'll be going to town. What does one color cost? It depends. Actually, because there's a million different brands. These are $4.25. They come in pots like this, and I just put them in the other dropper bottles. These are $3. The average, like $4.25 is expensive. Some of them are $5, but these I buy them for $2.75 as a sponsor. I think they're like $3.25 when you're not a sponsor. And these are also $3.25. The going rate is $3 to $4 per color. So, and then I look at it and I'm like, I have over 250 paints. Let's not think about that. It was all accrued over time though. No, they're not bad. And they last forever. Like, there are some paints that I bought 2 years ago that I'm still using. Hey, Mama has a mini addiction. How's it going? Alright, let's get to the painting though. We finished up the skin tone. I think I did that last night. Not perfect, but I kind of gave up on it. It was driving me nuts. I'm gonna move on to the yellow now and start getting that yellow looking pretty. And then her hair, and then this stuff. I don't know what this stuff is. How's it going? Mama has a mini addiction. I feel like I want to shorten your name to Mama, but I don't want to call you Mama. So just let me know. This was base coated in ogre skin. So I'm gonna go to the ogre skin. Get out my brushes. Use a size 1 for this. Add a little bit of water to it. Okay, everyone calls you Mama. Alright. That's good to know. Are you painting anything tonight? We'll start with the this front skirt here. This won't be too much of a drastic layer because it's the same as the base coat, but it's gonna clean up all that shading that I did. I did like a combination of shading and glazing, I guess. I added in green and brown into it. Thought I would have to catch you on video on demand, but I actually was able to make it. Oh, okay, well thank you. Sorry that it's kind of on bad circumstances, though. You were painting earlier? What kind of stuff do you normally paint? Or are you painting currently? I'm new to it, trying to learn all I can. Oh, okay, well, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Thank you, I appreciate it. This is my first Kingdom Death pinup. The other one was a zombie girl, so she doesn't really count. It was one of the Halloween ones. This is like my first resin limited edition mumbo jumbo that I've ever painted. So it's nice to hear that she's looking okay. Because I've got some, I don't feel great about her, but I'm happy with her. Enough. Happy enough. Anything for your D&D table? Okay. Bones, WizKids, Relpartha. That's awesome. I've painted a few Relparthas before, but I don't own any. I don't even know where to start because there's so many and they're so old. I'm just kind of spotting this yellow here in between these curly cues. I'm fighting my urges to just go to a stupid bright yellow. But I'm gonna take this kindly and slowly, as yellow should be done. Oh, that's awesome. A local game store got some in. Yeah, I know. I don't know a lot about them, but I know they've got some collector value to them, and there are some that are worth a lot. Well, that's all. That's all you need is to think they look cool and want to paint them. You know, they do have a certain character to them. That's for sure. I'm really liking this yellow to green fade here. Is painting resin any different than painting WizKids or Bones miniature? Once it's primed, there's really no difference. Resin, you just got to make sure you wash, or else you might have a hard time getting your paint to stick because of the release agent. I know you got to wash Bones too. I know it's not as important to wash Bones. I've gotten away with it, with not doing it, but I know a lot of people recommend it. But resin is a must. It's more fragile. So you mainly, like, this came in about like 9 different pieces. And look at how small she is. Like, it was rough. It was really rough. I actually broke it. She's broken. She's supposed to have a bowstring. But she does not anymore. Probably should have used tweezers to build her. But I didn't feel like going upstairs to get them. So, life struggles, I guess. Trying to work this yellow in. It's all good. I'm really bad at knees. There's like a body part that I'm horrible at painting. It's knees. Yeah, gluing metal sucks too. I hate it. I try to make sure my metal miniatures are like in less than 2 pieces, or else I'm just not interested. So, I know, especially like some of the big stuff, like, no, thank you. I'm not pinning it. I'm not doing any of that crazy nonsense. Oh yeah, that barge is huge. Seeing pictures of that, that was insane. I did not back Bones 4, but I have bought a lot of miniatures from people who have. Not any of the big stuff though. I just say don't pin. If it breaks, it breaks. But of course, if something's big enough, like if you're doing a metal dragon, then yeah, I guess you gotta pin it. I just avoid those situations. Alright. So we got some of that yellow back. It's a little bit more bright now. Let me just work on this knee a little bit more. There. Okay. Thank you. Let me get her card to show you where my colors are coming from. I'm actually using her box art. This is her. So the yellows, the greens, and the pale skin is mainly what I'm going with. She's got a big card too, but I can't really show that on camera because it's huge. Yeah, that's why I love Kingdom Death. I love the art cards, and I don't so much love the certain stuff, but I like the curvy pinup girls with the unrealistic hips. Alright, let's go to a brighter yellow now. Let's go to golden yellow. It's super duper bright. Look at that. Woo! I started painting late 2016, so about 2.5 years. So I got this golden yellow. Look at that on my, this was the one I was just using. This is the new one. Right, it is. I love bright colors. I love using bright colors. Just look at any of my paint jobs and you'll go blind. Maybe. It definitely takes time. I had a small art background, so I would say I kind of, not saying like it helped me, but some people that get into this without art backgrounds, I've noticed, you know, they're learning a whole new skill, you know? So no matter where you come from, well, you're still learning, and there's a lot to the hobby. A lot. I wasn't gonna put any water in this, but it's a little streaky. So let's put a little water into it. I thought it was gonna be thin enough, but I guess not. You love bright. Good. Good. Then you shall enjoy my color choices then. There. You can look at the difference. Look at how bright this is compared to like up here. Huge difference. Okay. Yeah, Spotted Painter, he's a good guy. We were we talk a little bit here and there. So yeah, you just slowly go up. Tonight's my Friday night. I got a nice 4-day long weekend ahead of me. I'm so excited. I have like no plans for the 4th of July either. I just kind of want to sit at my desk and paint for 4 days straight. And I know no one will let that happen, so I'm a little sad. Preemptively sad. Trying to work on my wet blending, but I live in the southern United States. Very hot and humid. Florida. Yeah. Do you use a wet palette? If you use a wet palette, it'll keep your stuff from drying out. And if you add some paint retarder into your paint, it'll also dry slower. Low aid slows drying times too. Okay, Stranger Things. You know, I couldn't. I watched a little bit of season 1 and I fell asleep. I couldn't get into it. I don't know why. Something must be wrong with me. I'm focusing on like tops. Doing a zenithal highlight and a drop down and not worrying so much about the bottom. A little bit on the edges of things around these curly cues. like that. I know everyone has different interests. Yep, that's very true. I just like, do you ever just feel bad for not liking something though? Because you're like, okay, I play D&D, I love horror, I love weird stuff. Why don't I like this? Got nothing. Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely brightening up. I'm gonna try and find a nice white to go off, branch off into. Thinking about using one of my new colors that I just got. You were here in the beginning of the stream. Now we're off to the front. Over here, painting my miniatures, sipping on my Heineken. It's a good night. Oh, that's fine. No biggie. I'm not forcing anyone to be here. That would be bad. That would be really bad. But I got my the rest of my creature caster paints today. I have the complete set. Yes, I do. What I'm using now are the creature caster / monument hobbies paints. I am sponsored by them, but this is an honest opinion. I absolutely love everything about them. Like, they're just perfect. Everything about them is perfect. The caps, I don't love all the time, but that's about it. Brushes. I currently use brushes that are discontinued. They're by Broken Toad. For all my detailing. So you can't really... I can't suggest them because you can't buy them. But a good alternative is Rosemary & Co. Series 33. As for workhorse brushes, like, I just buy cheapos from the craft store. Oh yeah. That's why I do this. I spend my time doing this whenever I buy a new GW paint. I got about 6 I'm behind on, so I gotta get to do that soon. Alright. Like I forgot about this sleeve. I know I'm off camera. Just bear with me. Alright. Now we'll do the front of her stockings. And kind of outline the shape of her knee a little bit. Yeah. Yep. It's I'm glad I did it. Um it saves space on your desk as well since they're a smaller diameter. And that was one of the main reasons I did it, honestly. I felt like I had all these GW pots on my table taking up too much space. Because it makes a big difference. So they're like a quarter of an inch larger in diameter, and my desk space just suddenly became bigger when I did that. Oh, this isn't as smooth as I want it to be because it's yellow, and that's what yellow does. I'm going back with my base coat, and I hate yellow. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know why I did this. Let's try and move this out a little bit. It was a good challenge for me. I could have easily just picked something else besides the box art scheme. Yeah, they do dry out very quickly and don't seal well. And then they dry with all the crust around the lid, and it's just a pain. Major pain. Oh, also about paints, I got a little off topic because I went immediately to brushes. Reaper paints are one of my favorites as well. I use a nice combination of Creature Caster, Reaper, and GW. I'm also building a paint rack to go on my desk. Oh, okay, that sounds fun. Making your hobby space your own is just about as important as doing the hobby, you know? I'm still working on mine since we just moved. I just bought my house a few months ago, but it's slowly becoming an area that I want to work in. Okay, so you like Reaper as well then. Cool. A lot of people don't know that their paint's really good. I have to kind of tell them, so. Especially, I don't know where I was going with that. Like, I keep telling my local game stores, get Reaper paints in. And then they're like, but we have Games Workshop. And I'm like, no, get Reaper in. And then it's just back and forth with, but we have Games Workshop. I'm like, no. You will love me if you just give me a shot. Because not a single store around me carries Reaper paints. Alright, this is about as good as it's gonna get from me. Yeah, mine are stored vertically. Well, I have a wall in front of me. Yep. Thank you. I yeah, I just order them from Reaper Direct because you know you get free stuff anyway. All right, next. I want to do this color. This is Bright Ivory. It's an off-white. Oh wait, hold on. I think it can work. I'll have to be very careful with it. Hold on. I want to see if Facebook's working right. This is Drax. Oh, he left. Taking this up because I haven't used it yet. There it is. I'll have to be very careful with it. Okay. Why'd someone give me a haha reaction on my live video? That's rude. Alright. So these paints, they've got the lid, they've got this sealer here. And you just take that off, and then there, look, it's like reflecting light back at you, so it's so bright. Take that off, screw this back on. Thank you. He's my baby boy. Ah, look at that. You can't even see it. Let me see if I... There it is. Look how bright that is. Me, I'm like, man, that person's a jerk. But it's probably just my brother laughing at me or something. I'll just go with that, because he always does that to me. Alright, so I put some water in there. And now let's test out this color that I have never used before. You can see it on my finger, it's basically white. And it'll be very easy to use too much of this. So let's be careful here. These are basically finishing touches and spot highlights. Like that. I have one of what? I think I missed that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, those things. I'm kind of stippling it and working it in with the bright yellow a little bit, because I'm worried about adding it to these little stockings and ruining them. I think that looks okay. Being very critical of myself with this miniature, just because I've struggled a lot with her. And normally I'm not struggling on stream, so you get to kind of see this side of things with me. Normally I save the hard stuff for off stream so I can figure it out. But what's the fun in that? Yeah, I think most people are way too critical. But it's hard not to be when you constantly see perfect masterpieces being made every day. But then I have to realize I am not those people. And I may not be perfect by any means, but I like the art that I make. It seems that other people like the art that I make too. So just kind of go with it. These white touches are just perfect. This is always my favorite part. Painting is just the final tiny details. Oh, thank you. Yep, that is what matters, if you like it and if you're satisfied. Unless you're trying to win something, because then other people have to like it. But that's in a whole other ball game. Thank you. Yep, that's what the white's all about, making it pop. Yeah, I think if I had a darker background, it might look better. Ooh, let me use this to kind of show you. I need to get a darker painting background. There, that might help a little bit. But when she's completely finished, I'll be taking pictures. Of course. I take pictures of just about everything I paint. Unless The only things I don't like photograph are tabletop jobs that I just kind of whip up real quick. Because it's going to take me longer to set up my photo box, my photo setup, than painting the miniature. After this, I'm gonna start doing these curly Q things. I don't know what to call them. I don't know what they are, but they need to be painted. Oh, that's that. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, so this stuff, I'll bring up the art card again. It's like this drab color. So what I did, I base coated it with ogre skin, no, orc skin. Let me try and find that paint. I just cleaned up my desk. Whenever I clean up my desk, I can't find paint. Orc skin, orc skin. Yellow, gold, brown type color. Reaper. This might take a minute, I'm sorry. This is why I should never clean my desk. Black cap. There it is. Yeah, orc skin. That perfect drab color. I already have it on there, but I made a mess while I was painting other stuff. So I'm gonna add it again. Yeah, it was in the one of the in like the monster paint set that they came out with. I bought both of those sets. They're both really nice. I don't know what color to make her quiver. I think I'll make it brown, but I'll make the curly Q's the orc skin. Try not to mess up any of the yellow that I worked so hard on. Too thin. I always make my paint too thin. I just added more paint. Get out my size 2 so I'm a little cleaner and good stuff like that. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this color. I think I'm gonna give it a I don't know. I want to add contrast to it though. So I think I'm gonna do a make a wash out of like some sort of a brown or a sepia color, I think. I just need to make sure before I do that I have a nice solid base coat. There we go. And it's also on her wrists. Hey Drax, what are you doing? Oh god, no, go away. Dude, no, 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 no. Oops. That should work, I guess. Alright. Just finish up this cuff, and then I'll make something to wash it with. You know, that's why sometimes I go quiet, and then I have to realize that I'm streaming, and I have to, like, naturally, I don't want to talk at all. But I like streaming. I like talking to people. But, like, I have to constantly remind myself, hey, people are watching, talk, talk. But sometimes I zone out like that, like I just did. Um, it's not bad. As long as sometimes I'll just randomly think of something to say or go off on a rant. I can normally concentrate through that though. Alright. So what I'm gonna do is I have this color, which I think will be perfect. It's Olive Drab Shadow by AK Interactive. Thank you. Sometimes when I'm watching streamers paint, and I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna paint and watch so-and-so paint. And then I realize I haven't started painting at all. And I'm like, shoot. So I'm bad at watching stuff while painting. That's where I am not good at things. I have wash medium, I think. Reaper makes a wash medium, and I thought I had it. If not, I got something else I can use. You can really use anything. I just thought I had one. That's gloss sealer, that's primer. Wash medium. So I got that drab shadow. I'm doing about 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 4 and see what happens. See how thin it is. I kind of play with my paint a little bit like this. I'm just gonna... I want it to flow. I think it's right there. I'll listen to music or podcast and then... I get it. Makes sense to me. Oh my god, sorry. That yawn came out of nowhere. I always start getting really tired around this time. Even though I'm like, I'm gonna stream till 4 in the morning. And then 1:30 rolls around and I'm like, bye guys. Oh shoot, I forgot something. But yeah, that makes perfect sense to me. Normally I watch stuff. I'll put something on Hulu or Netflix normally, but I can't put stuff on that I have to pay attention to. So it's normally like shows I've already seen or cartoons. Just stuff I don't really have to pay attention to, because then I stop painting. Alright, back to that olive drab. Ooh, that's what I wanted. It's doing it. This is perfect. I love it when I do something and it actually like works. Thanks. I hope it dries well. I always get super unlucky when I make washes, and for some reason it'll dry like white, and I'm like, why? Hopefully that doesn't happen. Because water and wash medium does not mix. It dries white. you gotta be careful not to get water into it, and it's just sucks. Like, that's why you can't really get away with mixing Games Workshop shades with water, because in the deep recesses it'll dry white. Trying to get in all of these curly cues. I think that's all of them. Oh, just this wrist here. I don't know how long this will take to dry, so let's move on to this quiver. Actually, let's do the leather straps and then the quiver. No, because I think I want to make the quiver the same as the leather. Alright. Let's do that. Dark umber. Where are you? There you are. Dark umber is what I have been doing for a lot of my brown leathers. Really nice. So let's get this base coated here. That way we can start working on the leather straps and everything all together. Color goes on really nice. It's probably my favorite. Yes, it is very rich. You should see the mahogany. Let me show you the mahogany. I'll just paint it on the base real quick. It's got purple in it. You can look at them next to each other. Like a violet, more red violet brown. But look at how beautiful it is. It'd be great for a brunette. I think I might try it as a hair color. Like, look at that. Oh, I love it. I think I will try it as a hair color next. Work that into a brunette. Like a red brunette, yeah, I'll do it. Just gotta paint another pinup. It's just gorgeous. Yeah, isn't it? I paint bases a lot to test colors. A lot of the time you end up, doing the base anyway. Just touching up the straps here. Trying not to mess up the skin. My opinion on dry brushing is it has its appropriate uses, just like any other technique. It is great for creating texture. It is great on surfaces with a lot of texture, like sculpted hair or sculpted fur and pelts, and it's really great on animals and stuff. But it is not a go-to technique for everything, you know? It's very, very good on worn and textured stuff. But there's correct and incorrect ways to do it. I think it's best done lightly and controlled instead of just all over the place. Yes, that is very true. People, I think it's because it's taught as a beginner's method. So beginners are like, oh my god, I'm just gonna dry brush everything. But it doesn't look good. And like, let me show you my dry brush. Most of the time, I don't dry brush with like, unless I'm doing terrain, I'll do something big like that. But a lot of the time, I do very controlled dry brushing with just this very small brush. Or I'll use a medium layer brush. I want to have control of where the pigment is going. Otherwise, it makes a mess and it looks chalky. I've heard that makeup brushes are very good, but I don't have any of those because look at my face. It looks like this all the time, so I don't really have makeup brushes. But I've heard that they're a good tool. I've heard of guys using their girlfriends' brushes and them getting mad. I'm like, yeah, I'd get mad too if you used my stuff. Yes, that is true. It is not always best. Alright. So I believe I got nice solid coats of the brown. What I'm gonna do to take it a wee bit further is get some purple in there. Yep. I've heard it's a good, because the bristles are nice and soft, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, I'm very ignorant on the topic. Okay, going to the dollar store. I might try that out. I don't need some crazy Kim Kardashian brush. This is gonna go all over Estrucci Violet. It'll bring some nice rich tone into the brown, because I'm all about color. Purple's also my favorite color, so I sneak it into like everywhere. Very useful color though, regardless. It does a lot for browns. Alright, that'll take a minute to dry. Looks like my wash is drying well. In a few minutes I can start highlighting it, I would say. Thank you. This hair though, I don't know how to do her hair. I'm not, the way hair shines, I don't know. I also got to base coat this bow. Hold on. Do I have a knife? I don't have a knife. Let me get a knife. Oh, there it is. I forgot to clean up where I broke it. Hopefully I don't break it anymore. It's so fragile. Shoot. Ah, that worked. That worked. Ah, you know, I did see something about that and I didn't watch it. I should watch that. Drax, get down from there. Yeah, you just reminded me about that. Thank you. I think what I'm just gonna try and do is just try and match this the best I can. And look at my own super shiny hair. Alright, so that was deep forest skin. On something rich. Let's go for from this to this. It might help to show you this, that to that. Yeah, resin is just super fragile. It's not bad to work with. It also depends on the company you're buying it from. Like, Kingdom Death is notorious for small pieces and many pieces. So it's a little rough. But, don't buy resin from Games Workshop, because no. I mean, you can if you want, but no. Any 75mm stuff, bigger, so you don't have to worry about it as much. It has its good and bad, qualities. I'm also going to use this green for stockings. Alright, so let's try and follow these highlights of her hair. Braids are pretty easy. I've done a lot of braids. Get this up here. I bought one of the D&D collector's minis after I get my Arcane the Cruel delivered. That's it. I'm done. Oh. Yeah, the D&D collector's minis, they're actually, that quality resin's pretty good. I like them, but definitely 100% fragile. It makes you not want to play with them because you don't want them breaking. And cleaning them up is a terror. You don't want them to just kind of like crumble in your hands. Oh, that sucks. I think I did. I've got one right over here. He's at the Lich. I don't even know if I've taken him out of his box yet. Let's see. I think I'm missing his wing. He's supposed to have 2 wings. I guess I got a bad one too. Yeah, I'm totally missing a wing. That sucks. The white from Neverwinter. I don't know what that one looks. Oh, there's the wing. Found the other wing. All right. What was the issue that you had with it? Just because it's hard to put together? Ah. Alright, let's put him back before I lose more pieces. Alright. Okay. Let's highlight the curly cues. No, hair. I keep going back and forth. I'm so sorry. It's like Warpstone Glow. It's gonna be next. Brighter green. Well, you don't have to pin resin, if that helps any. I would really only advise pinning metal and really heavy resin pieces. like a Forge World model. But stuff like that, you don't even need to think about pinning them. Just use super glue and tweezers. Yeah, I know, it still sucks, but the worst part of the hobby for me is building, so I completely understand. A lot of my commissions that come through, my boyfriend builds for me. I pay him to build. Yeah, that makes sense. I wish I had like advice for you, but I don't because it just overall sucks. It's just something you have to like either give up or keep doing. I can't sugarcoat it. 'Cause like I said, I broke her trying to put her together, so I'm not great at it. That sucks. I do know though that the more times you try and glue something, the harder it's gonna be to glue unless you start getting rid of the old dried glue. Like, glue doesn't want to stick to glue. Starting to get some values in our hair now. I'm gonna start opting towards a more pastel-ish to kind of get the sharp highlights in. Because hair is, dark, dark, light, and then dark. Like, it's not a smooth blend. It's just, you know, yeah. And I'm also just using the same colors to do the hair as I am the stockings. Because it's easy. I only have to think about colors one time instead of twice. It also balances the figure out. And she's got a lot going on up here. Not a whole lot going on down here. Get hair. Thank you so much. It was Valendra, Shadow Mantle, and the white. I'll look those up. Probably after stream. I don't know how late I'll go tonight. It's already 1:35. I don't have many plans tomorrow, so. Just everything about it was terrible. I love it. Alright, what's next? A brighter color! White! I want to go use the white ivory again. I unfortunately have to be up at 7. I'm not sure how much longer I'll be able to watch tonight. Wow. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's... You gotta be up pretty soon. I'm gonna mix this a little bit in. And then I think that'll be my final color. Is this... I'm gonna call it Key Lime. Can't really see it very well. But yeah. Whatever. I'm gonna call it Key Lime. And that'll be spotlights along the braid. And then the end of the braid down here. And then just a slight swoop there. And a little swoop here. And then some more swoops. I'm using the side of my brush. right about here. These finishing touches are always my favorite. Look at that. Let's bring out the dark background again. Ah, I'm so happy. Alright, let's do those curly cues now. Hair! Well painted hair, which not to say this is like amazing, but when hair looks decent, I feel like it makes a huge difference. I don't know what it is, but I think it's just the sheen that really makes at least female or male men with long hair too, really makes them pop. I'm going to use this bright warm gray on the curly cues. Thank you. I think that this will work. I'm not going to put a ton of work into these, but I'm going to put enough work into them to make them look decent. Just kind of focusing on where a light would hit from the top, mainly downward. And then adding a second coat once the first one's dry, make it brighter. Instead of using two different colors, just making this more concentrated. Hey Macy. Giving me headbutts is not helping me right now. It's not helping. You want to say hi? This is the other one This is Macy. Mwah. You don't like being held, so I'll put you down. I have two. The other one is the one that jumps on my chair. Macy just gives me headbutts on my legs and screws me up. They're just mad because I'm not in bed right now. Allergic to long-haired cats? That sucks. I'm allergic to dogs. I love animals too. Also got a hedgehog here. She lives upstairs though. I used to have dogs, but when I was like 16 or 17, I started getting allergic to my mom's dog. I get a lot of flu and cold-like symptoms. My face gets really itchy. I was painting a mini last week and my dog never barks, but something spooked her and she barked and I jumped out of my chair. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that sucks. A lot of the time that happens to me is Drax will jump up on my chair or give me or Macy will headbutt me while I'm painting something like eyes. I can pet them if I'm over at a friend's, but I have to quickly. Yeah, that's how I am with dogs. Um, that's why I hate it when they jump up on me. People, because dogs don't listen, I guess. And if they don't jump up on me and if I don't touch them, then I'm pretty good. Doing some nitpicking, some second layer highlights. Trying to add some shine. These are great for using the side of my brush. Most dogs have not been trained correctly, or at all. Mine is a rescue, and I broke her within 4 days of jumping up on me. Other people were simply turning my back to her when she did it. Yeah, that's true. Because, you know, if you show them love when they do it, then of course they're going to keep doing it, you know? And I think it's like the worst habit a dog can have. Drives me insane. I'd rather your dog bark than jump up on me. Alright. I'm pretty happy with this. So we've got the brown leather and the metallics left, and the bow, the wood of the bow, and the arrows. Yeah, that's another thing. Those dogs have a lot of force behind them. Can really hurt somebody. Thank you. That was 3 colors with the curly cues. It was the orc skin, and then I made a shade with that olive drab, and then I used the bright warm gray. Now this is Cote d'Arms Horse Tone Brown. I'm going to use this for the bow, because I forgot about it. Cote d'Arms is another really good brand of paint. They are who used to make the Citadel paints back in the day. Awkward angles. My eyes are starting to bug out on me. I thought I was gonna be able to finish her up, but I'm having a lot of fun taking my time with her. This is my 3rd stream with her, and I'm sure I'm driving you guys crazy. But whatever I don't get done tonight, I will do off camera and start something new next time. That's what everyone was talking about on forums when they were saying yes. Yep, Cote d'Arms used to make them, and Cote d'Arms is awesome. I still don't have an issue with Citadel paints. I really don't, but there's a lot better paints for cheaper, you know? This is like a handle to her sickle. And then these are ears. I have 5 minutes tops, so if you're hanging around for me, I don't feel like you have to. No, I want to see how long I can stream tonight, you know? So don't worry. I actually prefer watching from start to finish. Yeah. Just after 3 streams, I like to switch it up. But you have seen a lot of it. And like you'll see me do brown leathers and woods on like everything I paint. So I guess you've gotten to see the cool stuff like the green hair. You missed the skin. That was last 2 things. It's all yellow. What's really left is all this brown stuff. One set transfer them to drop about I don't either, but I do prefer center paints and Reaper people. Yeah. Yeah, once you thin them down, once they're pre-thinned and they're not bad. Like, people always complain about how thick they are, and I forget because all mine are pre-thinned in my bottles. I wanted so badly to finish her tonight, and then whenever I'm having a good time painting something, I really put that extra effort into it. So I think that's what happened. Hey, Paint Splattered Orc, how's it going? What paint did you use for the skin? I used mainly the Reaper Golden Skin Triad with the copper with it's mainly that with some Reikland Flesh Shade and Agrex Earth Shade to line it, and really just a matter of working back and forth with the colors. I lost what I was doing. Oh yeah, I gotta paint these arrows. Arrow shafts. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm horrible. I can't believe I didn't take the hint. I haven't been paying attention. I'm also exhausted. Yeah, their skin triads are awesome. Alright. Minnie does look good and the sculpt is pretty. Thank you. I appreciate it. Now that you can see it. It is the Ringtail Survivor Variant by Kingdom Death. Which I think it says on my stream, but you know. I don't know. I think I'm ready for bed, guys. I think I'm sounding a little crazy. About to apply a wash to my Mini, but I always have bad luck with washes. What happens that you don't like? I was just talking about washes a little bit ago. They often dry white for me. So I deal with that problem a lot. Sorry, I'm thinking. Alright. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Have you tried thinning them? If you thin them, it doesn't seem to stain the miniature as much. It seems to be a lot more smooth. And you have a little bit more control over it, and you have more time to mess with it before it stains the miniature like that. So dark umber plus Strucci violet was how I'm doing my dark leathers. Next, I want it like a orangey brown. Let's keep going with this horse tone. I think it'll help. I'll try that. Water is not great for thinning washes. If you have any sort of medium or flow improver, I would totally recommend that over water. Water makes it all funky sometimes. Thank you very much. Enjoyed your stream. Thank you. No problem. Thanks for tuning in. Mama has a mini addiction. It like whenever like if you mix it with water, it'll stain and dry white sometimes in the recesses. So if you've got anything other than water, it'll help. Any, yeah, acrylic medium, Lamian medium. I have a wash medium. You get your hands on any of that kind of stuff. Alright, so this leather, we'll go long ways. Our finish rinse aid, I've heard. And finish rinse aid, I've heard as well. Oh, okay. I haven't heard of that. Using water doesn't leave a white finish, but I do get the tide marks, which is why. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have definitely heard that then. With the. Yeah. Alright, have a good one. Thank you. Yeah, I definitely recommend getting your hand on any kind of medium. It'll help a lot. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for your support. All right. Next up is a yellow brown. Not that one. This one. It is Cote d'Arms Festering Brown. I think I'll be calling it a stream in a little bit after I finish up this leather because I'm getting really tired. Trying to mix it and get a little bit of a mid-tone here. So there's the horse tone, there's the festering, and then that's a mixture of them. Hey, Kristen! Is the Lamy media stuff that thins and keeps the paint? It thins it, but it is not a it's not a retarder. It will help it from drying out as quick. That's not really its purpose. It's just a bonus effect. But there is paint retarder, which I use when I'm wet blending. Which I don't wet blend like ever, so one thing you won't see me do much. But yeah, it's basically clear paint. It's acrylic paint with no pigment in it. That may even help me with thinning them. Yes, it will help with thinning, for sure. Lamian medium is the Citadel name for it, but you can just any acrylic medium. So I'm sure Liquitex makes it, Winsor & Newton makes it. Any one that makes paint probably has an acrylic medium. So yeah. Hey Scotch Goblin, how's it going? Filthy goblins in a basket. Yes, this is what I posted in the Discord the other night. She's come a long way. A very long way. Just working on the brown leathers now. Figure that was more PG than Jesus. Hey Hey, they're both appropriate in my stream. Okay, Liquitex Matte Acrylic Medium. How are your chibi stupid faces coming along? It looks like they really made an improvement on the succubus one. It looks really good now. She didn't look bad before, but like I said, she looked yellow for some reason. It was driving me nuts. Me being honest. But she didn't look yellow anymore. So. Hate learning non-metallic metal. I might have a reference for you for gems. I saved them. Screenshots. I will check the Discord in a momento. Screenshots. Because I save references a lot. Anything. I just screenshot literally everything that I find. So hold on. I know I saved one specific. There it is. Yep, check your hobby store for it. Scotch Goblin, I'm gonna post that reference now. I'm not really good at following videos. I'm pretty bad at it. But I take the pictures really well as references. Ooh, she looks awesome. Can I show her off in the chat? Or on cam, I mean. I like the hair. Oh, not circular? Okay. My bad. This is what Scotch Goblin is currently working on. My phone is on nighttime mode, which makes my screen yellow. So, I'm sorry. I don't know how to change it right now. Well, I do, but it looks awesome. I like it a lot. Alright, my break time's over. Back to yellow on the leather. I can't help you much on non-metallic metal on awkward shapes because I have never painted non-metallic metal in my life. Get yourself some gloss varnish. You can get that at your hobby local store too. Liquitex makes like everything that you'll need. I like their Flow 8 a lot. Just kind of stippling this yellow along the belt. Oh, hey, thanks for this view, your son. Does your son paint as well? Leaves an Elmer glue finish. Mostly just happens when there's too much in the crevices. See, that's what I was talking about with the white. I don't have much of I don't work with that product, so I can't really say why that might be happening. It might be happening if you're thinning it with water. Because water does cause things like that to dry white. Or you might be... Don't let it pool. If you let it pool, it might do that. Try to make sure you're careful when you're applying it. Oh, he's working on a dragon. Awesome. He's 10, so it's taking 1.5 months. It takes me way longer than that to do anything. Alright, I need to paint. Let's get some Agrax. Agrax Earthshade, where are you? This will go in, not in, on wood. And it'll fill in this quiver to make this quiver a dark place. Does anyone have any suggestions for what color the fletching should be? I need something contrasting. Maybe something that I'll put on the base. Because this color palette is very limited. I like it though. So sick. And it'll also go inside her little fuzzy wuzzy ears. Because she's a furry, I guess. What should be? What should be what? Oh, the arrow's the fletching color. Pick a color. I want red, I think. Oh, what's this? Oh, okay, that's the kind of gem you were talking about. I think that looks good. I like it. Leave me alone. Something that complements. Too much contrast is going to pull it away from her thickness and push towards the arrows. See, the reason I was thinking is if I based, or if I had these red, maybe purple. Maybe purple? But whatever I do, that will be on the base in the form of like flowers, probably, kind of to balance it out. Purple. Music influencing the paint. Yep. Alright. I'll do that after I finish. After that dries, so it doesn't get mixed up in the Agrax, leather. Let me start basing some of these metallics. I've got tons of flowers. I have a lot of flowers. Can you stop licking my toe? Thank you. It's so hard to act normal when there's a cat licking your toe. So the color I was going with for the silvers is the Silver Verde by Darkstar. It's nice. It's, as it sounds, has a little bit of green to it. There's very small amounts of it. You should buy from Huge Miniatures. They're really, really good company, and they're based like an hour away from me, so that's a plus. I support local, and they make good flowers. So that's my reasoning. I don't have flowers from anyone else though, so I don't really have any other recommendations. Shadow's Edge seems to make some good flowers too. I see their ads all the time. But Huge Miniatures sponsored a stream for me and sent me a bunch of cool stuff, and I like them a lot. Okay. I haven't bought anything from them. I've just seen their pictures. We tried. Oh, all of my dropper bottles are from Huge Miniatures. And these are ones I bought from Amazon. They're horrible. And whenever the paint runs out, I'm transferring them to the Huge Miniature ones. Because they're horrible and I don't like them. But the ones from Huge Miniatures... Ah! Shoot! I mean, yeah, they're expensive. But the plastic is thicker. The tips are a nice size. A little bit bigger than like Reaper. Oh, this one's all dried up, so that's a bad example. There we go. See the nozzle hole thing is bigger than Reaper's. Reaper is probably my favorite dropper bottle when they're not stuck. But they're nice. The only thing, this happens a lot. And this happens, I think it's because of the way I store my paints. Because they're not sitting up. They sit on my wall horizontally. So I think that's my doing. But I like them. I don't have any Army Painter paints. Any. So I don't know. They are kind of a larger bottle though. They're tall. It's them right next to my cameras. It's so close I can't really. Learning's good. I like teaching. I'm not great at it, but I'm really good at rambling. And oh my god, I love this silver. I have a little needle punch thing that came. Yeah, I do the same. I use one of my drill bits for my pin vise on the Reaper bottles. Ooh, ouch, ouch. I was attending a class or at Adepticon last year, and that happened to the woman while she was painting, and we were all standing around her, and paint went everywhere. It was Reaper. Yeah. Yeah, I know you gotta poke the holes for scale 75. I don't own any of their paints. I don't think I ever will, but everyone seems to do it a little bit differently. So I'm just trying to apply this as cleanly as possible without screwing up all of my finished bits. Nice bright shiny silver that I love a lot. It was okay though, no big deal. Just she got a little bit of paint on her shirt. It's all good. Forgot who she was. I'm pretty bad. I started. Oh, okay. Hold on. I didn't mean to just like ignore that. It was a lot longer than I was expecting. Just let me finish what I'm doing. Alright. Oh yeah, you guys scale 75 if you had to shake them. They're all like that. Oh, cool, thanks. I think I just saw that come up on my phone. This is terrifying. I hate blocking stuff in that's laying over skin that's been finished. You know what's funny? She's supposed to like have part of her shirt here. And I was like, you know what? No, let's just have the strap. I made her way more scandalous than she was supposed to be. Paint splattered orc if you can buy one of those paint shakers. Or just give yourself a nice good old workout. I screwed up. Which miniatures are those? Reaper Succubi, okay. Yeah, hopefully the agitators will help. I just know scale 75 paints are incredibly thick. So, good luck with them. At least you don't have any like hassle-free miniatures. Those are even worse. Not like worse, but like, oh my. There's even men. I think I got all my metallics based. Looks pretty cool and shiny. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and look at those. Nope, no problem. Thank you. Thanks for lurking, giving me a good old lurk. My concern with agitators won't the balls start blocking. You know, that really doesn't happen. Because I've got agitators in all of mine. And when they get low, I think I have a low one actually. But when they get low, you just like shake it, and then your agitator will hopefully sit right around this lip. You know, I mean, I don't know what shape scale 75 is offhand, but it really shouldn't be blocking the nozzle. It shouldn't form that sort of suction, you know. All right. Now, let's get this purple up in here. I'm going to use straight up purple, literally purple, at Monument Hobbies. Just to get this fletching. Seems like there's a lot of night owls tonight tuning in. I appreciate it. Maybe I should start staying up later when I stream. That's the perfect amount of contrast, I think. Nice, good, even coverage with one coat. He's looking gorgeous. Alright, so here's where I'm not sure what I'm doing. You know what? Let's just do it. Getting all the oil up in here. Where are you? There you are. Sorry. I like to be loud. And I'm going to be careful with this because I don't want it to cause any issues. But let me do something real quick here. I used Agrax to line a lot of the flesh. And I kind of lost it a little bit, so I'm just putting it back there where I think it needs it. There. Anyway. So this Nuln oil, I'm going to be careful with and try to fill in detail. Not let it pull too much, but make some more definition. Can be a very useful tool when you don't just like drown your models in it. What if I used bottled water or distilled water to thin the wash? I'm not sure. I do know that many painters only use distilled water, but I'm not sure if that's what causes the problems or not. You can give it a shot for sure. I'm not sure exactly what the benefits are to using the distilled water, because I just use water out of my tap. But I've heard that before. See, that's kind of going in the details some more. She's got all these recesses inside of all this junk here. You can't really see unless you fill it in. Alright, alright, alright. I'll be highlighting this with a metallic medium. Which is pearlescent, basically. I'm tired. But I will not stop streaming until she's done. Okay. So we got that normal oil drying. We've got that Agrax that I just put on that purple just because. No real reason, I just did it because it was sitting on my palette. And then we've got the wood to do. And then she'll be done. And then I always do my basing off stream because I'm not good at it. So you won't see that. Alright, try that water tomorrow. Let me know what you get. What kind of results you get. Have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. I want to get a little bit of lips on her. She doesn't have much lip going on. I want like a natural rosy color. We'll do this. It's pink horror. Gonna make it super duper thin. Hold on. Sorry, just checking some stuff. I'm running a giveaway right now. If you don't know, here, not much, but there's that. I don't know why it double does it. So my phone has been like blowing up for the past 2 days because of this. A little bit of pink on the lips. Tiny little differences like that are important. I'm fixing some of my shadows. I'm kind of in that stage right now where I'm just tweaking until I'm happy. There's a hole in her leg here. It keeps showing up funny. All right. Wood, 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 wood. This Heineken has lasted me almost 3 hours, guys. How many of you can say a Heineken has lasted you 3 hours? I don't drink a lot. Like, I'm not talking about alcohol. It's just like I'm one of those people that's just like dehydrated literally all the time. It takes me forever to drink things. I just don't like staying hydrated, I guess. So literally, like, if I'll buy a thing of soda, like a regular 20-ounce soda, it'll last me 4 days. This is Xandri dust. Kind of doing a little bit of edge highlighting action with it. Because there's not much surface area going on for the parts that are wood. Does anyone watching have any ideas for a base theme for her? I'm not good at basing, and I'm bad at it. I wouldn't say I'm bad at it, but I'm bad at coming up with ideas for it. Like even any color ideas or anything helps. Anything helps me when it comes to basing. It's not my favorite part. What should I do next? I need like a golden color. Barbarian leather. My palette's an absolute mess right now, but this is my life. Oh no, I forgot about her fuzzy wuzzy ears. I can use colors I already have wet right now. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. I'm sorry, I should not be singing right now. I am not someone that should ever be singing. I got like something on her fingers. I think it's her hair I got on her fingers. There. This hand is hideous, but I didn't really have much to work with. We have two elements left, and that's the fletching and the metallics. And this girl is done. I need magenta. Let's use magenta. Magenta by Pro Acryl. That's my shaking face. I don't think it's magenta, I think it's pink, but I'm no color scientist. And just kind of match the lines of a fletching here. Gonna go up to one more color after this. Where do I want to go from there? This breast cancer awareness pink by Reaper. It's a very nice pastel pink. Like that. Alright. I said I was going to highlight the metallics with metallic medium. I use Vallejo's metal medium. It comes out super thick, so I'm gonna thin it. But yeah, it's just white metal that you can't even see on camera. This will be the finishing touches to the metal. So I'm going to start with this little base here. And of course I screw up immediately. Immediately. Just being careful because I know how bright this is. But I kind of want that chrome super bright silver anyway. I think it's a look that suits her well. And then to create a little bit more contrast or fix an area, just go back in with the Nuln Oil. This is really as nitpicky as it gets right now. Hold on one moment. Okay. So I'm about done. I am happy with calling her complete. I think if I do any more, she'll just never be done if I keep messing with her. I'm sure you all know that level of just done. Oh, that's that. Thank you everyone who's watched me paint her the past few days. Let me get her up on the nice dark background so you can kind of see her better. So that's her. I'll work on her base and get some nice pictures up. Hope everyone has a good night. It is 3 in the morning. So have a good night and have a good, happy, celebratory 4th of July. Whatever you choose, whatever you'll be doing. I probably won't be doing a whole lot. But I will be going to bed so I can wake up at a decent time today. Alrighty, have a good one, guys. Thank you.